Just letting you know, I'm currently watching Sky Racing on the Sportsbet app live from Square Leg. No, they won't catch him. He's home. Oh, sorry. Watch Aussie Racing anywhere with Sportsbet. Conditions apply and gamble responsibly. 1-800-858-858.
Brett Preble, he's done the rest and now he does the best. SEN track. Brett, well done on the weekend.
Thanks, Hoss. Yeah, it was a fantastic weekend and a huge thrill.
It is, and I guess in some way, are you one that copes well with pressure? Because I guess it builds with a horse like Incentivised, doesn't it?
Yeah, it probably does, but it's not pressure on me. I just go out and do my job, what I do every day, Hoss. It's a horse race, and obviously it's going to now get down to a bigger figure. But he's a pleasure to ride and makes my job very easy.
Peter Moody's doing everything to prepare him for where he's going. Gallop at Moonee Valley maybe as a possibility around the Cox Plate. But this time last week, you were at Caulfield there. Is he a horse that just seems to cope with anything?
Yeah, he's got a very good nature, and I think he's a very kind horse, and he's got a brain which a lot of good horses have. I think it takes them a long way, and that's the reason why they're apart from the others. So I think for sure.
The one thing that I guess we're all pinching ourselves is, and I spoke with the former trainer Steve Tregear over the weekend, and I mean he only won his maiden in April, Brett.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fairy tale whirlwind in a sense, but obviously he was a younger horse. He wasn't coping, and he wasn't strong enough. He wasn't handling his workload and so forth. But he's become more stronger now, and he's become more mature. And he's actually a big horse, but he's an athletic horse. He's not a real big frame on it, or full in himself, but he's athletic for the size of him, and he's got a lovely big stride on him. So I think he covers good ground, and obviously it's been well documented. He's got very good lungs. He's very clean-winded horse.
Brett, in regard to Saturday's race, there was always going to be expectation of who maybe would take it up and who'd lead and all that sort of stuff. When you saw Mount Popper come across and Fred Kersley was there, were you keen just to maintain that inside and allow Mount Popper to lead by that half length, but he was never going to cross you?
Oh, he was never going to cross me because I wasn't going to. If he crossed me, I wouldn't have been able to win the race. So, and if we went too fast, I probably wasn't going to be able to win the race either. But in saying that, I think he's not stupid. He had a clock in his head as well. But then he was in between a rock and a hard place because one, he couldn't go any faster to cross me, and two, he'd asked his horse to take up a forward position and got it on the bridle and travelling. And then it was probably over travelling for him. So then he had 3/4 lengths back, 3 deep on him, breathing down his neck, and that was making his horse wanting to go a bit faster than what he would have. Sure, he would have loved to have had that race over again and sat a length off me or a length and a half off me and letting his horse breathe. But that wasn't the circumstances of the race. He didn't expect Sir Dragonet to be punched out of the barriers and been up in the first 3 on his hindquarters. It's at the end of the day, it is a horse race, and we're all got our own opinion of how we're going to ride our horse and how we're going to foresee it. But I bet you none of us, or how many jockeys in that race, nine runners or whatever, none of us would foresee that race panning out like that.
And Brett, we're watching the race and we're thinking, whatever, and I can see the sectional times. In amongst everything that you're doing, you're also in your mind judging how quick you are going. Yeah,
that's wins or lose races every day of the week. So, if I don't know what speed I'm going, I shouldn't be out there. And I drum that into my son every day at the moment. He's going through those learning curves of that, and that's so important to. I was I think being half length, but I knew what speed I was going, and as long as I kept going that speed, I didn't care to be half length or a horse being a length off me. It was the speed I actually wanted to go. Admittedly, not in the first 400, but from the mile, it was definitely the speed I was going.
It's a fascinating thing because it's something that we just watch and take for granted. I guess other people see me get up in the morning and, you know, I come on radio and it's just automatic. It's automatic in your mind just to how you can rate it.
It's like a tennis player. They go out and hit the ball how many times every day? We go and, I ride track work, 10 horses, 13 horses when I was in Hong Kong every morning, and it just becomes so natural to you.
Yeah.
What speed you're going. We don't have to count. It's just more of a feel, and we know what's the tempo we're going by. Just practice and just continuously doing it time and time again.
Well, we can't wait to see Incentivise in the Caulfield Cup if it all goes to plan over the next couple of weeks. Thanks for joining us this morning, Brett. It's fascinating. Sometimes we ask about a horse, but I think you've spelled out this morning just how you rode the horse and the speed and everything else around it. Mate, have a good week.
You too, Hoss. Thanks very much for the call.